President Donald Trump returns to Washington, D.C. tonight after the NATO Summit in Europe. Leaders there agreed to spend more money on defense. The president also responded to the conflict in the Middle East. U.S. and Iranian negotiators will soon meet to talk, this as the ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to be holding. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen joins us in studio with the latest. Owen.
Catherine, good evening to you. President Donald Trump called it a highly productive NATO summit. At a news conference with the Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense joining him on stage, President Trump, while acknowledging he knows Israel and Iran could start fighting again, he said he believes the two are done battling each other, and here's why.
And we think it's over. I don't think they're going to be going back at each other. I don't think so.
And asked by a reporter why he believes that?
Because I dealt with both, and they're both tired, exhausted. They fought very, very hard and very viciously, very violently, and they were both satisfied to go home and get out.
And President Trump emphasizes that U.S. strikes delivered a devastating blow to Iran's nuclear program. But a leaked preliminary intelligence assessment said Iran suffered a delay of only a few months. The Secretary of Defense defends the administration, saying leakers have agendas who want to make the president look bad.
Because all of the evidence of what was just bombed by 12 30,000-pound bombs is buried under a mountain, devastated and obliterated.
Also in the Netherlands, where they took a group photo, NATO leaders agree on a massive hike in defense spending to 5% of their GDP. This after pressure from President Trump. Spain claimed an exception and said it would increase spending to 2%. President Trump not too happy about that. Said he'd have the country make up for it by paying higher tariffs to the United States as part of a trade deal.
I'm going to negotiate directly with Spain. I'm going to do it myself. They're going to pay. They'll pay more money this way. You should tell them to go back and pay. You're a reporter. Tell them to go back. They ought to join all of those countries that are paying 5%.
Separately, President Trump met on the sidelines of the summit with Ukraine's president. President Trump is considering sending Kyiv more U.S.-made Patriot air defense missile systems.
Also tonight, President Trump has asserted that U.S. and Iranian officials will talk next week. No specific details just yet. Also, the UN nuclear watchdog says it has written to Iran to discuss resuming inspections.